Chairman, Mr. Ron Danzy. School Board Member, Mr. Johnny Brock. School Board Member, Ms. Thelma Rowan. School Board Member and Mosley's first graduate that is a school board member, Mr. John McFadder. And last but not least, Vice Chairman, School Board Member Donna Allen. Now, the next lady I'm going to introduce you to is the Executive Director for Administrative Services. She was the principal in 1992 at Tommy Smith Elementary, where the first kindergarten class is graduating tonight. So, Miss Judy Vandergriff. Executive Director for ESC and Student Services, Miss Nancy Boyd. Executive Director for Curriculum and Instructional Services, Mr. Jimmy Maddox. And our Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Dan Nix. Other distinguished guests we have this evening, Commissioner of City of Lynn Haven and former Mosley Administrator, Mr. Antonius Barnes. And this gentleman, I've got to say a couple things without just introducing his name. He was the principal for my wife at Mosley, I'm not going to tell you what year, and Mr. John McFadder. He has a distinguished, he was fortunate enough to be Mosley's first principal, and he also has our newest facility on campus named after him. Retired Mosley's first principal, Mr. Marvin McCain. These are some very special folks that really put all this together and make this work. And first, and she's already introduced herself, but I do want to take time to introduce her at this time, Ms. Brooke Lloyd, Assistant Principal for Guidance. Mr. Ed Sheffield, Assistant Principal for Facilities. Ms. Gina Bergens, Administrative Assistant. Mr. Bill Payne, Administrative Assistant. Mr. Keith Bland, Administrative Assistant. Mr. Brian Barnes, Administrative Assistant. Mr. Ted Zuprick, our MAPS Coordinator. And then our Master of Ceremonies later on this evening, Mr. Ray Wishart, also known as the Grad Night Coordinator. Our senior class sponsor, Ms. Robin Henney. And these folks you know quite well over the years, our guidance counselors, Dr. Kay Ekman, Ms. Cindy Hurd, Ms. Nancy Smith, Ms. Sandra Wolfram, Ms. Natalie Lewis, and Ms. Stephanie Hughes. We'd like to say a special thank you at this time for our Marine Junior ROTC cadets and their instructors, Lieutenant Colonel Hank Wynn and Gunny Sergeant Mickey Hewitt. Our choir director, who has been heading up the music for this evening, Ms. Blondell McGowan, to my left. And of course, our band, with our band director to my right, Mr. Jamie Birdwell, and assistant band director, Ms. Sharon Pickrell. And in the audience somewhere this evening, I know, is Ms. Barbara Hardy, Title I coordinator, and Mr. Pat Martin, supervisor of exceptional student education. And one last special introduction for our special guest, Ms. Sharon Smith, School Board Secretary, who I know the school board members probably wish I'd introduced her first for all the work she does. Ms. Smith, I know she's in the audience somewhere. I didn't have one gentleman on my list, and I apologize for that, but we have our mayor, Mr. Walter Kelly, who never misses anything, and I should have known he'd be sitting right there. Mr. Kelly? And last but not least, I'm going to ask these ladies and gentlemen to stand. We have an extremely talented faculty and staff, and I know you folks know that better than anybody. I'd like them to stand at this time collectively, and let's give them a big round of applause. It was pointed out to me at senior recognition, this is the 30th graduating class, and I want to congratulate them. You guys look fantastic. Congratulations. Seniors, the pride I have for you right now is enormous. In fact, I'm a little nervous myself, and I'm not sure it's for me or for you. Mr. Superintendent, board members, special guests, faculty, family, and friends, let me share some of their extraordinary numbers about this class. First of all, there's 449 Dolphins that will receive a diploma in this class. Congratulations on that. In scholarships, you have amassed, to this point, and it'll get higher, over $3.6 million worth of scholarships. Congratulations on that. You have raised for charity over $75,000 in money and gifts. Congratulations on that. That is fantastic. 68 seniors have maintained a 4.0 or higher during the school year. That's another amazing fact. 58% of you maintained a 3.0 or higher. Great job again. It is so difficult in a minute or so to tell you so many things. Just as your parents and family are so proud of you, so are your faculty, staff, and administration. Each year at grad night, you know, the party with the folks from 305, you'll get that later. I saw so many characteristics which made me proud to say that you're really Dolphins. You have that pride that has brought Mosley High School to the forefront of education, and it is immeasurable, and we're very proud of you for that. At grad night, it was neat to learn that many of you figured out in life, and I hope you continue to follow it the rest of your lives, that getting there is sometimes all the fun, and it's what really life is all about. Enjoy the ride. In life, true success can be measured in small doses and is much more meaningful if you do it with those you love. Never forget your friends and those you love. Thanks for letting me be around to watch you grow into the wonderful and aspiring young men and women you are today. I'm very proud of you. As many of you will face tonight as a new beginning, I too want to remind you, as Tracy Bird sings and Time Marches On, the only thing that stays the same is everything changes. Everything changes. You have learned quite a bit over the years, but you have probably taught us just as much as you've learned. Never lose your tenacity for life or your compassion for sharing. Don't forget that attitude is more important many times than raw intelligence. And remember that you will always be a Dolphin, and being a Dolphin is a lifestyle. Congratulations, and may God bless you.
Jessica Williams, President of Student Government Association, will now introduce the Class of 2005 motto.
Okay, bear with me. Being grown up isn't half as fun as growing up. These are the best days of our lives. Today is the day we celebrate growing up. We pack our childhood away in boxes and prepare to move on to greater things. As much as I have been dreaming of this day ever since I stepped off the bus in kindergarten, I find myself looking back on the past. Remember back to elementary school when the opposite sex had cooties, and if we got in trouble, we had to pull a stick? Those days were so carefree. Then came middle school with the bad hairdos, braces, and raging hormones. We had 6 teachers and experienced school sports, lockers, and salad bars, as well as after-school dances and the skating rink. We thought nothing could get better than middle school, but then our lives took a wild turn, and the final chapter of our childhood began. I remember freshman year walking into this school of over 2,000 students, just wishing I could find one person I recognized. We were all dorky, immature, and as much as we hate to admit it, we were annoying. Our greatest fear was being put in a trash can, and we would avoid the seniors twice our size at all cost. The next 2 years of school went by quickly. As sophomores, a lot of us received our license and obtained our first car. I remember parking in the sophomore lot that was also mistaken for a mud pit or lake when it rained. During our junior year, we were excited to leave campus for lunch. We finally felt like we belonged in the student section at football games, and many of us experienced our first prom. And then we are finally seniors. This past year has been amazing. From the senior luau, the skate nights, pep club, homecoming, prom, and grad night, there's never been a dull moment. It is true. Time does fly when you're having fun. We could reminisce longer about the memories we've been able to make, But to bring this all together, just remember, as you're packing your childhood memories away, I hope you take them out sometimes. Our years of growing up are now our past, and the future holds so much for all of us. Cherish this moment because tonight is the last time we will share together. We have spent the past 18 years finding out who we are, and we are just now beginning to search for who we will become. Congratulations, class of 2005. Make each day the best day of your life. Go Dolphins!
Our salutatory address will be delivered by Christine Wynn.
Congratulations, class of 2005, we made it. It is the end of an era, all that we have worked for and been a part of. Homework, dances, sports, they have culminated to define this one great moment in our lives. It is this very moment that we will never forget, so take it all in now. The lights, the audience, your friends around you. Be proud of your accomplishments. Be ready to take on the world. But no matter how much you succeed in life, never forget that you were part of Mosley High School's fun, unique, outrageous class of 2005. Thank you.
Now we will have the musical selection, There You'll Be, performed by Kathleen Glenn.
When I look back on these times and the dreams we left behind, I'll be glad 'cause I was blessed to get to have you in my life. When I look back on these days, I'll look and see your face. You were right there for me. In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the skies. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep on part of you in me, and everywhere I am, there you'll be. And everywhere I am, there you'll be. Showed me how it feels to feel the sky within my reach, and I always will remember all the strength you gave to me. Your love made me make it through. Oh, I owe so much to you. You were right there for me. In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep on part of you in me, and everywhere I am, there you'll be. 'Cause I always saw in you my light, my strength. And I wanna thank you now for everywhere I am, there you'll be. There you'll be.
We are fortunate enough to have co-valedictorians this year. At this time, our first valedictory address will be given by Amanda Grassi.
Okay, before I get started, who here likes long speeches? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, everything we have all worked for in the past 12 years of school is finally paying off. We're finished with high school. That means no more tardy bells, no more detention, no more parent permission necessary, and most importantly, no more rules against flip-flops. We're entering the adult world. Looking back to when we were kids, I remember how it was always my dream to be valedictorian. Sounds nerdy, right? Well, it's true. Ever since I can remember, I always wanted to be valedictorian, and tonight is proof that dreams do come true and prayers do get answered. But tonight is not just a celebration of our past accomplishments, it's a new beginning. 10 years from now, it won't matter who was valedictorian, who was in top 10, what you got on your ACT, how many tardies you had, or if you were the biggest nerd in school. After tonight, everything is back to zero, and we will all have a chance to do the most we can with our lives. Live your life for yourself and to the fullest. Do what you want to do, and don't listen to those who try and stop you. I thank God for everything in my life and this honor bestowed upon me, and I hope you are all blessed throughout your lives. I want to leave you with one piece of advice from Drew Barrymore. She said not to regret anything you do, because every little detail of your life is what made you into who you are in the end. And I'm going to grant everyone's graduation wish. I'm finished.
Our second valedictory address will be given by Lindsay Vanderlaan.
So is anyone getting tired of hearing speeches? Okay, so 3 people. Then I guess I'll go with my long speech. Change of heart? All right. Well, you'll be glad to know that I've shortened my speech from 25 minutes to under 3. So you'll be up here before you know it, no problems. But before we walk this stage, I think we should understand what graduation really means. According to Mr. Webster, graduation is a conferral or receipt of an academic degree or diploma marking completion of studies. Or, in other words, the end of a 12-year depression. Just kidding. Graduation signifies an end and a beginning. As we cross this stage, we end 12 years of education, not just 4 years of high school. We also begin our own lives. Mommy and Daddy aren't up here holding our hands across this stage. It's time to fly solo on our own wingspan and figure out what life is all about. Most of us worked really hard to get where we are tonight. And for those of you who are kind of shocked you made it this far, trust me, we are too. Just kidding. But we have worked really hard. We watched Miss Parker do her crazy molecule dance. We struggled through Miss Quibby's biology class. We barely survived Dr. Vossler's test. And we studied like crazy for the ACT and the SAT. But luckily, we had great teachers like Miss McNabb who would listen to us and understand our concerns. We lived off of 30 minutes of sleep our junior year as we tried to balance school, college searching, and of course, our social life. Of course, we also had a job so we could fund the ride that we thought was so cool back in middle school. Senioritis hit us all about September of our junior year, and only got worse as we became seniors. Our senior year has been a constant battle just to stay focused enough to graduate. A great teacher once told me that learning is done through a community. That great teacher is Dr. Helly, and her words are so true. We would not be here tonight without the love and support of our family, friends, teachers, administrators, youth ministers, dance teachers, and coaches. So I want to send out a special thank you to these magnificent people who've helped the class of 2005 reach our goals. Before I step down, I would like all the seniors to look around at their friends sitting around them. Go ahead, look. And listen. Realize that some of us are going to college next year. Maybe to a community college or a university for 2 years, 4 years, maybe even more. Some are going into the military, and others are going straight into the workforce to become construction workers, plumbers, or sanitation engineers. Realize that some of these people you are going to leave behind in a few months, others in a few years, and some you may never see after tonight. Remember all the memories you've shared with these people, and make sure you take the time to tell them how important they have been in your life. I leave you with this. We now turn over onto a blank page in our life book, and it's our turn to fill the pages. All you have to do is be yourself and live the story that no one else can live, the story of your own unique life. So be proud, be confident, and most of all, be happy. We did it, class of 2005. Congratulations.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the class of 2005, which will be conducted by Superintendent James McAllister, Principal Bill Husfeld, and our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Ray Wishart. We ask that our audience please hold all applause until all senior names have been called, so that all mamas, daddies, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, friends hear every name clearly, please.
David Michael Mercer. Kayla Lynn Chow. Bradley Michael Bromlow. Benjamin Aaron Baxley. Katie Lee Thurman. Alicia Marie Abrams. Aspen Paige Cosen. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mosley's Academic Top 10 for the class of 2005. Rachel Elise Bleisner. Jessica Marie Williams. Wendell Harlan Rawlison II. Destry D. Brown. Megan Shalane Aaron. DeCarla Renee Abels. Omar Ahmed Abalazam. Matthew Lee Adams. John Michael Adkins. Matthew Ryan Atkinson. Sean Michael Alon. Daniel Rayleigh Alsobrooks. Genesis Saraya Anderson. Brian David Babb. Jessica Lindsay Bagshaw. Brooke Nicole Bailey. Nishadami Chantel Baker. Amber Marie Dolores Baldwin. Brittany Kathleen Banks. Stephen Tate Banner. Wallace Jackson Barefoot Jr. Bo Brian Barfield. Samantha Barnett. Justin Brian Barron. Ashley Brooke Barrow. Kyler Murray Bass. Arnell Delphin Batista. Zachary Martin Bell. Alexander T. Benton. Lacey Nicole Berry. Katie Elizabeth Black. Renee C. Black. Matt Blankenship. Shanna Dawn Bloom. Tabitha Sadie Baden. Erica Lynn Bond. Jessica Lynn Bauer. Paul Alfred Bowers Jr. Melissa Nicole Brame. Shelley Marie Brannon.